we need to continue with the integers. So today we are going to learn some properties to multiply integer numbers. The first case is when we need to multiply a negative integer by a positive integer. We got this example. While playing a board game, Unlucky Lawrence had to move back 2 spaces for 4 turns in a row. What integer represents his change in position? You need to model using math. What integer can you use to represent the number of spaces Lawrence had to move back each turn? We can use a number line to represent the change in position on the game board. 0 represents the starting position, and -8 represents the change in position on the board, because Lawrence needs to move back 2 spaces 4 times. So you need to go back 2 spaces each time, starting with 0. So you got -8. You go back 8 spaces. One important rule to remember here is that when we multiply two integers, positive times negative equal negative. Another case is when we need to multiply a positive integer by a negative integer. In this second example, we need to find what's the balloon's change in elevation in 3 minutes. As you can see in the picture to the right, the balloon descends 500 feet each 1 minute. Then we are going to solve the multiplication, -500 times 3, because it's going down. You can represent this on the number line starting on 0 and go back 500 3 times. So the answer is -1500 feet. And remember the next rule, negative times positive equal negative. Another case is when we need to multiply a positive integer by. In the last case, we have the multiplication of a negative integer by a negative integer. The insize A shows you how to represent a product of negative numbers on the number line. -3 times -10. Remember that opposite numbers are located to the same distance from 0, but on opposite sides of 0, the right or the left. In this case, -3 times -10 equal +30 is the opposite of 3 times -10 equal -30. The insize B shows how to use multiplication and properties of operations to prove why -3 times -10 equal 30. And the answer is simple. Opposite numbers add to 0. So 30 plus -30 equals 0. And remember that negative times negative always positive. Finally, I just want you to understand the properties. When multiplying two integers, the sign of the product depends on the sign of the factors. Number 1, if the signs of the factors are the same, the product is positive. For example, 7 times 3 equal 21, and -7 times -3 equal 21. In both cases, they have the same sign, so the answer is positive. Number 2, if the signs of the factors are different, the product is negative. For example, -4 times 5 equal -20, and 4 times -5 equal -20. In both cases, they have different signs, so the answer is going to be negative.